My neighbor came over across the street on a downslope and said, "Greg, can you help me? We're flooding."
The historic heavy rain on August 9 destroyed many important items from Montreal musician Gregory Manahan. His studio, located in the basement of his West Island home, was submerged by about 2 feet of water, leaving his guitars, amplifiers, keyboards, speakers, and photos from his 25 years of adventures with his wife in ruins. Yet the flooding hasn't dampened his spirit. He's now sharing a message of resilience and community solidarity.
My neighbor next door calls and says, "Greg, I got water in the basement, check your basement." I called Sandra and said, "Go down and check ours." She came out screaming, saying, "Get your butt back over here because we're flooding."
Gregory had his first experience of flooding in 1998. This is when he learned how connecting with people like family and community were important to recover from such a traumatic event.
I was working in Manitoba, the flood of the century. I worked through all that. I was lucky enough to work with the Army, and we got through that. I got transferred to Montreal, came to Montreal, and guess what? Ice storm. And we got through that. And now, here we are, years later, we'll get through this.
In a CBC interview, psychologist Joe Flanders notes that it's common to experience anxiety, disorientation, dissociation, and discouragement after a natural disaster. He emphasizes the critical importance of coming together as a community, relying on loved ones, and supporting one another. This is precisely what Gregory's neighbors are about to do.
On the good note, we have a street party coming up. We were going to cancel it, and our good friend said, "No, we're not. We're going to have a group hug. We're still going to have a street party in a couple weeks. Hopefully with a live band."
The Lancet Planetary Journal reports that up to 60% of adults could suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder for up to 6 months after a wildfire. At least 25% of individuals may also develop major depressive or anxiety disorders. In an effort to try and curb those statistics, several West Island psychologists and mental health clinics have started an open-door policy, some even offering free consulting.
Put politics aside, just hug your neighbor. Do what you can. That used to be a guitar.
In Montreal, Johanie Bouffard, City News.